Good afternoon, everybody, from the 2013 Little League World Series here in South Williamsport, Pennsylvania, coming to you from just outside Lamade Stadium. I'm Mitch Rupert from the Williamsport Sun-Gazette, standing alongside the Dr. Chris Massey. We're here on day 5 to give you an update of what's going on here at the 67th Little League World Series. Yesterday we had a 4 games between teams that were undefeated so far in the tournament. 4 kind of uneven games a little bit. I think we were all surprised that the biggest blow of the day, the injury to Sammamish Washington's Jacob Dahlstrom, an unfortunate injury, takes a comebacker off the knee, knocked him out for the game, still not sure on his status for the rest of the tournament. Doc, how much did that change the complexion of that game with Connecticut?
I think it changed it a lot. Connecticut had a couple of hits off him already, so they were showing that they could hit him. But I think you can just feel the air go out of Washington a little bit, which is natural. He's their ace. He's their cleanup hitter. He had 4 home runs in regionals. He's one of their team leaders. So I mean, these are 12-year-old kids. I think when you see, a good friend and a great player go down, it kind of does take you a little while to regroup. And Connecticut just started tattooing the relief pitchers. They got the big 7-0 lead. But give Washington a lot of credit. They recovered from that letdown and made a heck of a comeback. They had tying runs on base in the 5th and 6th innings after being down 9-1. So showed a lot of fight and under adverse conditions.
This kind of reinvigorates the debate that we have probably every year of the metal versus wood bat craze. Westport, Connecticut Little League is actually a wooden bat league. They use wood bats during their regular season, come to the All-Stars when they start using aluminum bats. So we have to ask ourselves, Doc, is that a metal bat injury or is that just a baseball injury?
It's hard to say. The fact is that the ball's flying off the aluminum bats. He probably gets hit anyway with a wooden bat, but I don't think it's to the severity that it was, that he got hit. His coach, Rob Chandler, said it was the second time this has happened. He got hit in the state tournament, got drilled in the back there, so... the kids get bigger and bigger every year, and the technology with the bats seems to be growing, and I just don't think you can deny the fact that it's 46 feet from the mound to home, and the way the bat jumps off the aluminum bats, it's tough to, you have little recovery time, so, I don't want to say it's all the aluminum bats, but I don't think it helps.
We're set up for the U.S. Winners Bracket Final. It'll be Connecticut, who won that game against Washington, probably with their ace, Chad Knight, on the mound. They'll be playing Chula Vista, California, who has exploded here in this tournament, especially that second game yesterday. A home run in all 4 innings, 15 runs scored. Have they announced their presence with authority, as Tim Robbins would say in Bull Durham?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they've got Nuke LaLoosh already and Grant Holman on the mound, and now they got a bunch of Crash Davises at the plate, and they really lit it up yesterday. Michael Gaines comes off the bench, hits a long home run, goes 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. I think that speaks to the depth that they have, and the manager said after the game, this is what they've come to expect. And looking back at their scores since districts, they've averaged at least 11 runs in every tournament they've played. So I think it says a lot about what Chad Lorkowski from Michigan did to them in the first game, but I think they obviously showed yesterday that I think they're the team to beat here when they can hit like that.
Maybe a Samson-like strength for California. 2 of their players with that long blonde hair they got going on under the helmet there. Maybe a Samson-like power. On the other side of the tournament, the international tournament, the Winners Bracket Final setup, I don't think it's a big surprise. Japan and Mexico, 2 of the usual suspects. But how they've gotten there is different, Doc. Japan has kind of grinded out wins over Chinese Taipei and first-time qualifier Czech Republic in their first game. Mexico has really blasted their way there. We're not surprised that they're there. Are we surprised how they've gotten there?
Yeah, Mexico 25-0 in 2 games, and the first game they beat Australia 12-0. I kind of chalked that up to maybe Mexico being good, but Australia also first time here. But for them to do what they did to Panama yesterday was really impressive, and they're just like California, who I guess they play with throughout the season. They're only 15 miles apart, so they share that hitting pedigree. It seems like everybody in that lineup can hit. And then Japan, like you said, not the typical Japan buzzsaw, but they find ways to win. And I think that's typical of some Japan World Champions here in the past. They're not all dominant teams, but they always seem to find a way to be able to scrap and claw and get wins. don't beat themselves. Honestly, I thought they were going to lose last night after struggling a little bit against Czech Republic, but it just shows you that you can never count out Japan. And I think Mexico's the favorite going into Wednesday. But like I said, it's always a tough thing to bet against Japan in a big game.
Always bet on the fundamentals here once you get to South Williamsport. Japan always has the fundamentals. And I know we're already talking about a potential World Final, Mexico versus California, 2 leagues separated by only about 15 miles. That'd be a lot of fun to watch. Doc, I think that's going to do it for us here from Day 5 of the Little League World Series in South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Check out all the coverage from Doc, Ben Burgandy, Nick Seitzer here on site at the series. Check it all out at www.sungazette.com. Follow us on Twitter. Come find us during one of the games. We got Little League pins to hand out. For Doc Massey, for Mitch Rupert from the Williamsport Sun-Gazette, we'll talk to you later.